All right, welcome back to the James and Jaden podcast, where we talk a little bit about real estate and whatever else comes up. Today, we are actually in our brand new studio. Jaden is here to my left, and he flew in yesterday. I just got back in from Fort Worth, and Jaden, we literally met in the at the airport in a concourse, which was very weird. That doesn't happen very often.
That was pretty odd.
How you doing, Jaden?
Doing good. Yeah, got off the plane and you guys were there, so it's kind of different.
It's kind of old school. Remember back in the day? Oh yeah, you're still old enough to have that where people came and
I'm not that old, dude. That's you.
You don't remember going to the airport at all?
I didn't fly when I was a kid.
Oh, okay. So I remember. Again, I probably only flew maybe 2 or 3 times, but I would always go to the airport to find people, right? And or meet people. But believe it or not, back in the day, you could actually go all the way into the airport and watch somebody come off a plane. Or when you're taking somebody to the airport, you just don't have to drop them off at the door. You physically walk them right to their gate.
Back in the day.
Yeah. Anywho, so Jaden flew in. We did our annual meeting today. And I thought, hey, let's go down and do a quick podcast to see how this works out and see how Brady got it all set up. So that's why we're here, Jaden.
Yeah. And we were just looking at a property, so we'll just do that live here and see how it goes.
Yeah, let's do it. So we have a property that is part of our wholesaling list that all of a sudden Jaden's like, hey, maybe we should probably go look at it. And that's what we're doing here. So we're going to do a real live. We're going to have pictures up for you guys too. First, what we do when we go look up a property, I always like to find out, is it the owner? I'm not going to say any owner's name, but I like to go into Realist to make sure that the person who says they own it actually owns it. Yeah, exactly.
They actually pay the taxes?
Right. Well, I mean, they don't have to pay the taxes, but so we confirmed that. That's good to go. Basically, looking through the pictures here, let's just
So just to recap, this property is one that do we own this currently, or do we have it under contract?
We actually have it under contract.
Yeah, so we have it under contract. We sent it out to the wholesale list for sale. I think at like 180 or 190, something like that.
Oh, we went that high, and we dropped it all the way back down to 150.
It's on a lake. It's a lake house.
Okay.
So we threw it out there for like 180, 190. I thought it was a good deal at that price, actually. And we had a lot of people go look at it and found out the foundation had some problems. And some other stuff was wrong with it. So then we came back and renegotiated with the seller because of this new stuff we found out about. And I think we're down below 100 now on it.
Oh. So we actually did we go renegotiate with the seller?
Yeah, it sounds like we did.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't think, we have not closed yet. So I think it's under contract at 90 right now, I believe.
Okay.
So we're looking at this to see if it makes sense as a rental property for us to hold.
Okay. Well, I got the pictures up here, so let's just run through the pictures really super quick, and then let's see if I can actually do this. Yes, I'll be darned. There it is.
So this property is in Buffalo, Minnesota, which is northwest of the city, Minneapolis area. It's actually a pretty good suburb area, pretty good values out there, property prices, I mean. So the rents are decent too, and that's why we're looking at maybe it would make sense to hold this property.
There's a lot of growth around it. So I'm looking outside right now. So if you're looking at the pictures,
It's overgrown everywhere. Like no one's trimmed back the trees or bushes for a long time, it looks like.
Yeah, that could happen within a year or two. But
what is that? Maybe $5,000 of landscaping work there.
Yep.
Maybe more, possibly if there's trees involved.
I'm guessing that deck is not pretty sturdy.
The deck looks like it's falling apart, so that's, you could just tear the deck off and not rebuild it too.
Well, no, I mean, you'd want to bring value. I think if that's a lake and that's overlooking
it's on a lake, so
the backside, right? I mean, I would assume you'd probably want to.
Even for a rental, maybe you put a little deck on there for a rental. So the deck has to be redone, maybe 10, 15 grand there for a small deck. This guy, the main problem with this one, it looks like it hasn't been touched in 50 years. Like no one's done anything to it.
So the insides blew up in the 70s, weren't there?
It's got wood paneling inside. Yeah, it's wood paneling, which I think if you could paint that for a rental property.
Yeah, but I think you're going to want to try to get somebody a little bit more qualified. If you're going to paint paneling, you're probably going to get somebody that wants to move in that likes meth.
Okay. So we got to figure out, is it worth putting a lot of money into this property to rent it out is the question, So if you get into the actual photos here, wood paneling. I mean, if you're going to replace that with sheetrock, that's going to be super expensive. That's not really
Yeah,
gonna
but you
be-
have to do that. But you got to put that in there. Let's just say we're getting it for 90. It has a resale sale value of closer. Let's just say 4, right? So you might be onto something. I mean, if you only have what did we say the square footage was? The total square footage.
1,550 square feet.
Okay. So if you buy it at 90, and let's just say you put in 110, just to make it simple, right?
300 for 200.
We're at 200.
You got a brand new house basically at that point.
Right. So unless there's some bigger issues with the foundation.
There are, yeah.
So do we have any pictures of that foundation?
We do. I don't know if they're on this or not. We have some separate photos that had close-ups of the foundation. Here you can see they did some work on it in this basement photo.
Oh, wow.
You can see the white and the gray there.
It's like they added to a wall or something.
Yeah, I don't think the foundation. I mean, there's definitely some issues there. I don't. We got one bid for $70,000 for the foundation. And
That was just the foundation, or was that the whole
that
thing?
was just for the foundation.
You can dig a damn foundation for that, can't you? Can we just go push it over and dig a foundation?
For less than that.
For
yes.
less than
you could
that.
dig the entire foundation from scratch for way less than $70,000. So you could just dig a foundation next to it, move the house over.
Yeah. So let's just hypothetically say this house is a gut. If it's 1,500, it's a walkout, isn't it? Yeah. If it has the deck over it, so it has a walkout. So you're going to want to finish up and down.
But it's pretty small. 1,500 is, it's not huge not a lot of rehab to do there.
Oh, did I hear there's another part of the lot, or is there?
It's a double lot.
So, but what's considered a double lot? Because you guys, everybody says it's a double lot. You should buy it. You guys, there's a reason why they probably sold it as a
They're
double
two
lot.
small lots.
They're right, and they just automatically think it's a double lot. So
Yeah.
let's just sell them together. That double lots are not what everybody thinks they are.
It usually doesn't mean you have a separate lot to build on.
Right.
Yeah, this one doesn't either, I don't think.
A lot of new wholesalers they get excited because I know that they've heard stories of, oh look, I bought this house and I was able to sell the house or wholesale the house and
Keep the lot and sell it separately.
Correct.
Sometimes you can. I mean, we haven't really run across one where you could do that, but if you can find something like that, that's a great deal.
Right, but it seems like the ones that we find all the time are the ones that there's a reason behind.
There's a reason why the lot's with the house.
Yeah, there's not a double lot.
Somebody would have already sold it off if they could have.
Right, and here's the other thing is, you're dealing with St. Paul, and it's been an open lot for 40 years, and you have houses that are 100 years old. You put a brand new house in the middle, it does look a little different,
Yeah.
No, I know people do it, but it's a little different.
I think what's more common maybe is getting a large lot that you could subdivide.
Okay.
Because subdividing you have to spend money to do that. So that'd be why no one's done it, is because it costs money to subdivide and do the engineering. So if you had a 5 or 10 acre lot that you could divide out into a couple parcels, that would be more common to run across. But that's going to take you a few months to get through the engineering on
Right.
that.
I forgot to tell you, that was one of the things that we did. There was a guy who would buy lots in Texas, and he'll buy a 10-acre lot, split it up into 10 acres, and then put mobile homes on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I know we've talked about something like that.
Yeah.
But I know that counties some counties don't like mobile homes on their
I'm going to check with the county to see if they allow that or not. And I think a lot of people are doing that now.
Well, it's kind of everybody wants to live out of the cities. They want to live in the burbs, or let's even call it rural.
We'll have some land.
Yep.
Yeah.
This way you can typically get an acre and a nice trailer. I would say 250. I mean,
Yeah. On a foundation.
On
So
a
it's financeable.
well, no, but there's other ways of making it financeable too.
Without a foundation?
Yeah,
Oh, really?
of course. Yeah, there's like we had a house that we had to get registered. Once it gets registered with the property, then it can never be sold again as a mobile home. It has to stay with the property.
Yeah.
And so sometimes when people buy mobile homes, if they don't register it, then it's not. You can't take a loan out on it.
Yeah.
So this way, if it's registered, so I kind of know a little bit about it because we had a property that we bought. It was not registered. We put it on the market. It was sold it, or it was pending, and it was going to take 2 months to get the paperwork right, and we couldn't even fast track it. So we basically had to pull it back off the market, get all of that corrected, and then put it back on.
Yeah.
So again, we still sold it, but if we could continue to do something like that in northern Minnesota or just maybe on the out west, probably something to look into.
Yeah, possibly. So back to this Buffalo house. So if you're all into it for 200, you've got a brand new house pretty much. And at 200, the rents are in that area. We could rent it for about $2,000 a month.
Okay.
Is what it looks like. So the 1% rule would work. So you'd have basically a brand new property on a lake in a pretty good area of the cities that meets the 1% rule. Is that something we want to take on? And it's worth, we're into it for 200. It's worth at that point probably 350. So you have 150K of equity sitting in it.
Right. But isn't that something we're probably going to throw on the market then if it's sitting that much with equity in
If
it?
we're doing all that work to it at that point, you might as well sell it. I mean, that's our model would say sell it.
Right.
So yeah, I think at that point, I was looking at more like, could we put in less work and just get it rented out?
Yeah.
Do
After
it.
looking at these pictures, I would say
It looks like it needs quite a bit of work.
that would be a no.
Yeah,
Again,
it needs some love.
there's if you have a nice new rental going out, it's 100%, been completely rehabbed. You're going to get a different client in there, I believe, and you're going to get somebody that wants to stay. So that would.
So
be
this
my
one looks
goal.
like it has to be a flip, regardless. And we're kind of at the point where flips that are over 50K of rehab, we're getting really cautious about. I would say.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that way. Again, we're talking to, our market, our niche, I guess, is more of affordable homes, right? Where you get some of these guys that flip houses, they're in Florida, California. They might flip 3 or 4 a year, but they're pulling down the same revenue as we're pulling down. But it's a lot more expensive home.
Yeah.
Something
$1 million
goes
houses.
something goes wrong.
Market turns.
Market turns. Like I will be honest with you guys, we have 2 properties that, because of timing, they didn't get out to the market in time, and so now we're trying to figure out, well, do we keep them? It's all about timing when stuff goes out.
Well, in Minnesota, once you're into the winter market, you're not going to sell much anymore. So now it's like we're waiting until January to sell now.
Right.
Because we're in early November right now. So that's only 2 more months, before the market kicks up again.
So this right here, the property that you guys are looking at right now is, it could be a good flip. I think we're at that stage, and maybe we're just tired of losing money on these bigger flips when we think we're going to make more money.
We're kind of at the point now where the price has come down quite a bit, and we've got a wholesale buyer lined up on it, which at a pretty low price as far as I'm concerned. And when I see this, I go like, well, why don't we just take it down and do it ourselves? And should we have Jeremy look at it, our new construction guy, and see if he can
I think maybe we give him
take a look at it
from afar and let him take a look at it.
See what he thinks about it.
Yeah, and see if we can get it for, like you said, $90K. That could be.
It's a big project, but
Well, here's the way I guess we need to look at it. Is if we take it down for 90, we clean it out, maybe even gut it. We could still throw it back out there.
You got to fix the foundation though.
Well, you're right.
That's
That's
the
fine.
problem.
That's totally fine. Again,
Otherwise, we call that the clean-in list or whatever.
right.
Clean it out, spiff it up and throw it on the market. But when you have a foundation problem like that, you're going to rule out 99% of buyers right out of the gates. So you got to fix that. And now you're putting in, 20, 30K to fix that problem.
Right. But I think if once you fix that problem, you're taking away. There's 5 major things that I always tell people to look for when you're. The 5 major things you need to look for when you're literally going to buy a house, right? So one of them is going to be roof, right? Everybody wants a roof. It's a good roof. Everybody wants good windows, right? Everybody wants good mechanicals. And then what did I got? Foundation. That's
Driveway. I would say driveway is pretty important.
I think somebody could still buy it without a driveway. A roof is more of, hey, I want to make sure that I got 20, 25 years left. Furnace, they think that's a big deal buying a furnace. To us, it's like we called our furnace guy and boom.
But we're not paying retail prices for furnaces.
Well,
that's the
true.
difference.
That's true too.
Because a retail customer calls the furnace guy and it's $15,000, and we get them for a couple $1,000. So that's a big difference.
Right. So what did I say? I said the roof, the windows, the foundation, the mechanicals. There's one more.
Septic, if there's a septic system.
Yeah, there's one more. I'm forgetting my own. What I tell
Roof,
people?
what siding? Did you say siding?
No. It's something of the major. The roof, the mechanicals, the windows. The
Kitchen bath?
no man, I'm looking like a goofball right now because I'm like,
Brady cut it
You
out.
always look like a goofball.
yeah, we can. Oh, right, thanks, Brady.
I mean, you covered all the big stuff that I could think of. I can't think of anything else.
Yeah, for some reason I feel like I'm missing something that's pretty big.
The sewer line?
No,
sewer line?
again, yeah, that depends on
Those
what's
can be 10 grand or more.
right. That all depends on where you live. What Jaden is talking about is a lot of these cities are requiring a sewer scope from your house to the street, and basically, if there is any kind of dysfunction or crack, it's now the seller's responsibility.
Yeah.
So that's really huge. One of the reasons they're doing that, guys, is because their infrastructure has been moving, and they treat water. And when rainwater gets into the sewer system, they're treating more water than they have to. So they're blaming that on cracks in pipes that are going through the lawn that are heading towards the sewer. So making people fix this stuff, it makes sense. You gotta make sure that the next person is set to go. I'm not gonna have all these problems and sewer problems. So
Yeah.
that's pretty common in a lot of places now.
I think you covered the big stuff, though. I mean, flooring and paint, I think people think is pretty easy to do. That's not it. Flooring,
Right.
paint, lighting, appliances, those are pretty easy.
Yeah, I don't know what. Again, I'm trying to a blank, but yeah, they just want. Basically, I think it comes back to they want those big items that they feel that it's going to ruin the deal, even though they could still go put a $20,000 kitchen in,
Yeah.
right? When a roof on that house like that, what is it, about 8 to 10, I would guess.
Maybe more now with the inflation and stuff.
Well, that's true. You know what? That's the problem I guess I had.
Like,
Is,
what we're paying 8 to 10. What's the retail person paying? 20 grand?
yeah,
Probably.
yeah. I guess I kind of forget about that side of it. So, well, I don't know where we're at. What are we at with time there, Brady?
17.
17
Well,
minutes?
so let's wrap this one up. So, just to wrap this property up, I think it looks like for us it would be a flip. So the question is, do we want to take on a $100,000 flip? That's essentially what it's going to be. We had to talk to our construction guy, and I'd say at this point, given our track record this year on really large flips, we probably don't want to do it. We'll talk to Jeremy and just see what he thinks
Okay,
about it.
so I just thought of something. Do we know if it's septic?
I mean, I would think it is. It's on a half-acre lot, I guess. Was that big enough for septic?
That's what I'm wondering too.
That's a good question. I don't know if it is septic or not. That'd be another 20 grand.
Right. I'm trying to figure out where the hell I'm. So it's actually 1,300 square feet.
Oh,
So it's even smaller.
well, that could be wrong.
Well,
Probably
that's
says
true too.
1,500 square feet.
Yeah, this probably hasn't been looked at for such a long time. That
It should say septic or sewer in there.
well, it's never been on the market. So if it's never been on the market, sometimes it doesn't say that. Here, let's see what this.
Oh, was it listed?
This is 250, but I don't know when that was.
Closed? What's the date on that?
2020. Oh, look at
it
here.
the
This
same
is
house?
this is this. Let's make sure this is the same house.
I don't think that's the same house. That's not the same house. A different address. You're looking at the wrong house.
What? 4947?
4917.
Well, son of a.
Yeah. Well, that's not the address. How much did that sell for? 250?
250.
Yeah. No, it's
That's not a very encouraging. If that
No,
only
that's a nice
sold,
house, so-
if it only still sold for 250.
That tells me there's not enough room in this thing.
Yeah, I think we just wholesale it. And
We
be
sell
done.
it. Yep.
Yeah, I don't think we don't want to
So we've got
die.
a wholesale spread of 15K on it. This is the kind of house where it's like, take your 15K and move on.
Yep.
Because this is a huge project, and it would be just easier to take the money and walk away from it. So, I think that's what we're going to do in this one.
Yep, I think we just analyze it. Hey guys, this is how we do a lot of stuff. This is what we used to do all the time back in the day. Jaden and I would literally do this almost on every property. Now we have built a team to do exactly what we just did, so we don't have to. Do we like still breaking down things? Absolutely. I'll probably be going to Florida in about a month, and what fun things we do is Jaden and I go look for a house. I mean, and then we'll analyze, kind of bringing us back to when we first started. That was kind of super fun, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you know, we would sit there and drive around, pick houses, analyze it. Now we just built a team.
Yeah.
So I guess want to push into just make sure that everybody understands of like what we do.
So we just dive into houses. If we see something that looks unique, we'll dive into it. Like this one looked unique. I heard $90,000, and I'm like, we don't get houses for $90,000.
Hold on. Here's what you heard. You heard 90,000 on a lake, and within
In a good town.
within
The metro area.
the metro area,
In a good part
right?
of the metro area.
So boom, there's always the way Jaden and I work. It's like there's always key different things that we look. A lot of times we'll look at a HUD and we'll look at the numbers and we're like, yeah, this doesn't seem right, and it makes us dive into it even more. And I guarantee most of the time something is not right.
Yeah.
Because we're just very subsurface, but we dive into it a little
So
bit more.
I keep my eyes on the properties that are being wholesaled out to see if they look unique or interesting, if we should keep them or not. Because sometimes we've wholesaled stuff that I thought we could have kept, either rented out or flipped. So I just try to keep an eye on that as much as possible.
Yeah, it's again, he sees it from the investor side. I see it more from because I'm a little bit more into the day to day. So I think one time you actually asked me like, why didn't? Oh, we got the P&L. Why didn't we flip this? And I'm like, yeah, this is the one we didn't want to flip because it had X, Y, and Z problems in it, and this was the best strategy. Now he doesn't know that.
Well, sometimes when you see properties, you see the photos, and you're like, man, that looks pretty decent. And then you walk it, and you're like, wow, this is a lot different than the photos.
Right.
Like the photos look good, but the whole time you're in the property, you're like walking like this and walking like this, like because it's falling over. You know, like yeah, you don't want to flip a house like that.
Here's a hint: bring a couple marbles in the in your pocket. You can just put those down on the ground and find out which way they roll to. They'll tell you if their house is leveled or
We
not.
try to avoid houses that have problems like that.
That is so funny because I remember one of the very first houses that we bought. It was the last house I looked at. I literally probably went on 5 sales calls, probably helped clean out another place. It's 8 o'clock at night, sun's going down, and I'm like, yeah, we'll take it. And I want to say we bought it for like 100.
110, I think it was.
Yeah, we actually made money on it, but
yeah, I wouldn't.
I remember we wasn't walking on it, and Jaden's walking like this to the side. He's like, dude,
I'm like, what did you do?
What did you do? Are you serious? Did you just buy
Did
something?
you not notice that this place is crooked?
I'm like, just have a V8 and you'll walk straight again. Yeah, no, it's to be honest with you, it was a learning experience, and
It worked out okay because it was a 100-year-old house and the foundation was actually okay. It had just settled a
Right.
lot, so we were able to actually. It was just the upstairs. We just had like leveled the floor basically up there, and
there's a lot of shims. Some guy he leveled it for us and put it all back to normal. Again, we always joke around that we lost money on this one, but we actually made money.
We still made money, but it took us a year to get it done.
Yeah, again, we could go down a whole rabbit hole on that one because that one
There's other problems.
There's other issues that we're not going to go into. So, well, I think this was a good test run. We're going to do some more tomorrow. So thanks for jumping down here. I hope this turns out right. If you could literally just, again, run through it all, Brady, and see how everything works out, and let's look at it tomorrow and see if the sound is good, everything else is good. So we've had a busy day. It's time to hit the meat market, not the meat market. That did not come out right.
Meat market.
The meat raffle. So we're gonna head to the meat raffle and see if we can win some meat. Again, guys, thanks for tuning in. Follow us, like us, hit the button wherever it might be. And Jaden, what's our motto?
Let's see.
We made the mistake,
so you don't have to.
So you don't have to.
Been a long
We're
day.
out. Thanks.